Kate Armistead was a troubled young woman who appeared in Leadville during the spring of 1880, before disappearing in the late autumn of 1881. During her short time in Leadville, she both committed and was the victim of a wide variety of crimes. Her untold story is one of desperation and difficulty, and one unfortunately all too common in mining boomtowns such as Leadville during this period. According to the 1880 census, Kate lived at 137.5 State Street with two male relations, one named Curly and the other Eddie. She lived in what was unofficially called Tiger Alley, a set of buildings that fronted to a back street that extended between State Street in the north and 3rd Street in the south, and between Harrison in the east and Pine in the west. Kate was born in Missouri in 1850, making her 30 years old in 1880, while both her relations were born in Kansas during the Civil War. She was recorded with no occupation. 20-year-old Curly was a laborer, and 14-year-old Eddie worked at the Grand Central Theater just up the street. Insight into the work she did can be found in her appearance in the Leadville Daily Herald in late December 1880. Kate Armistead is the dusky madam of a State Street bagnio and is surrounded by a force of ladies who are ever ready to make an honest dollar. Kate did not appear in local newspapers again until early May of 1881. This time she was the victim of a crime when a drunk man attacked her with a 3-pound boulder. The origin of the affair was on Saturday night in Tiger Alley when an Irishman by the name of William Dougherty attempted to brain a woman by the name of Kate Armistead with a huge boulder. The following week, Kate was involved in yet another incident. Ellen Smith and Kate Armistead were at war again, and they were successfully taken in by Officer McCullum last night. Ellen Smith made a complaint against Kate Armistead, charging her with disturbance of the peace when Kate was arrested. To set things a little even and for company in the cell, Kate, too, swore out a warrant for Ellen Smith, and she, too, was arrested by Officer McCullum for throwing a rock into Kate's house. They will appear and plead this morning before Justice McDowell. The case went to trial several days later. The outcome is unknown. On the same day, she was mentioned in reference to a visitation by Hank's ghost at the jail in August 13, 1881. She was set for trial, in which she was accused of using threatening language and was held in jail to await the decision of the grand jury. This was probably a continuation of her trial related to the fight with Ellen Smith in May. However, she was released at some point soon after, and in October appeared in a Leadville newspaper for a final time, this time as part of an attempted act of arson. Kate Armistead, Mary White, and Ed Washington were arrested yesterday upon complaint of W.H. Jones, charged with setting fire to his property on State Street early yesterday morning. Jones alleges that Kate Armistead was seen in the vicinity at about the time the fire occurred, and she has, upon more than one occasion, threatened to burn the property in question. He further alleges that upon the evening previous to the fire, Kate set her son, Ed Washington, out to purchase some coal for the purpose of firing the buildings, a fact which the young man does not deny so far as the purchase of the oil is concerned, but claims he did not know at the time for what use it was intended. The defendants were arraigned before Justice Harlan, and the hearing of the case set for tomorrow. The accused, meanwhile, being held in bonds of $1,000 each for appearance at that time. Kate Armistead did not appear in Leadville newspapers after the autumn of 1881 and did not appear in that year's city directory. Probably her growing list of both criminal behavior and as a target of other crime-ridden characters sent her to state prison, where she escaped without detection. She is also not traceable in later census records, and her burial place and later movements remain unknown.